What's going on, everyone? I got some interesting Laker news that comes from Daniel Starkin, who is a manager editor over at Lakers Nation. Can also find me at Dodge Blue 1958 and Rams Newswire. He posted a tweet about a press conference that Darvin Ham and Rob Pelinka were supposed to have. Now, there's a couple conflicting things about this, and I haven't seen a lot of big credible places reporting this or talking about this. So I don't know how credible this is. I don't know a ton about Daniel Starkin, but he's with Lakers Nation, talks about the Lakers, stuff like that. So anyway, let's dive into this information and I'll let you decide for yourself. So right here you see he tweeted earlier, Rob Pelinka and Darvin Ham will be speaking to the media this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Lakers are scheduled to begin training camp next week. And then later he follows that up with update. This has been canceled. Rob Pelinka and Darvin Ham will now be speaking on Monday during media day with everyone else. Rob Pelinka and Darvin Ham will be speaking with the media. This was a response to his tweet. But here's the thing. So when you look up reports and stuff on this, it says that the press conference was supposed to be today, and then it got postponed. And then even some of the stuff that Daniel responds to and talks about kind of seems like maybe he meant today and not tomorrow. Because if I'm not mistaken, today is Tuesday, right? Today is Tuesday, September 20th, at least at the time that I'm recording this video. And he says Wednesday, tomorrow at 2 p.m., which would be the 21st. But there's more to this. So Worldwide asks why the change, no reason given. And then you see Anthony Irwin, who basically responds, laugh my ass off. And then he follows that up. A couple theories. A move is on the way, and they want to focus on that and get it done before they speak. Having seen the reaction to this being the final roster, Rob doesn't want to have to answer tough questions until he has to, which both could be very valid reasons. Now, right off the bat, obviously the Lakers are still having ongoing conversations based on reports with the Utah Jazz, and so that's something that very well could be the case, right? Lakers, maybe they're working out and finalizing a deal. Maybe we'll get an announcement tomorrow. Now, I don't really think you need a press conference to announce that, right? I mean, usually these reports just get put out, right? Usually you just hear the news, via Woj or Shams or somebody that says, oh, Lakers deal is done, and then you get the breaking news and stuff like that. You usually don't see a press conference to announce a trade and then release it that way, although I'm not saying it can't happen or it's never happened, but it just seems a little odd. Now, maybe they did want to address the conversation, the elephant in the room about this roster and stuff like that, and kind of give people some insight, some hope, maybe like an emergency press conference, and then maybe they just talked about it and said, hey, let's postpone it to media day, which would be this upcoming Monday. That is something that could happen. You have LeBron's training camp this upcoming Thursday. So if a Lakers trade is going to happen, I don't think LeBron's camp is going to affect that in any way. I really don't. I don't think that that's something that's going to matter. I think if the Lakers have a deal on the table, they're going to take the deal, right? If they can find something that they like, whether it's media day, whether it's after, even if it gets to a day before the season starts, if the Lakers can improve this roster, I imagine they do it. Now, I don't think that it's likely to happen. And if it doesn't happen in the next couple days, I don't think we're going to get to media day. Westbrook's going to be in a Laker jersey. They're going to do all that stuff and then do a trade. I just don't see that happening. But you got to keep in mind with the Utah Jazz, they don't have to make a move until the season begins or right before the season begins. So they could draw this out until then. So it's just interesting. It's just something to keep in mind. Danny Ainge has said himself that he wants to get a deal done before training camp. So if a deal is to get done, it's going to get done this week. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. The other option is, of course, the Lakers roster, right? And all of the point guards and all of the questions about size and needing wing depth and why did they sign Dennis Schroeder and trade for Patrick Beverley and all of those things, right? It's a real question. It's a real, looming question that maybe Rob and Darvin Ham wanted to talk about and just kind of give some confirmation, give some insight, give people a chance to kind of respond in the media to ask questions and stuff like that and kind of hear it from them. That is something that definitely could have happened. I mean, again, Why? Why do you really need to do something like that? I mean, if you're confident in your roster, be confident in your roster, move on, do your media day, get ready for everything. You're going to get asked those questions on media day, right? That's how it's going to work. That's why it makes sense that, it's been canceled and now they're just going to talk on media day, but this, of course, has sparked, the trade rumors. People, you see it all over the internet. And you even see some people tweeting about it. Like, is this a sign that the Lakers are closing in on a deal? And I mean, it could be, but I don't really necessarily equate the two. I mean, it's too vague. It's too unknown. Not just that, we don't even know for sure if this was a real thing, if this really happened, or if it was just maybe some word got out that it was going to happen, but it never did. And I don't know. It's just a weird situation in general, but I definitely think it's worth a conversation. I definitely think it's something that's worth a discussion, and I find it very interesting. And then, of course, Rob Pelinka and Darvin Ham, right? Rob's putting this roster together. Darvin Ham's got to actually coach the roster. You're hearing all the right things. Rob Pelinka, Darvin Ham have been, working together. You hear Darvin Ham talking highly about, Westbrook and LeBron and Davis and the team and, Patrick Beverley. And you see him at the Patrick Beverley conference. Another thing that it could possibly be, which I didn't mention, is like the Dennis Schroeder. Maybe they did a press conference for Dennis Schroeder, and maybe that was supposed to be today, but maybe Dennis couldn't get out here or something like that, and so maybe that's why it got canceled. That is something that I think it very well could be as well. I don't necessarily think that this signals a trade. And look, I'm somebody that really hopes that a Laker trade happens. I've talked and updated every step of the way on Lakers trade, but I don't think that this is a sign to that. Personally, you never really know. You never really know what's going on. But, like, why would the Lakers need a press conference to announce that trade when, that's usually not how things go? Usually you just get the release and it gets put out on all the media platforms and then everybody talks about it. And then, media day comes and then they have the little, conversations and interviews and all of the press and everything get to ask the questions and all of that stuff. So, again, I think it's interesting, to say the least, if this really was a real thing. But I just think there's so many possibilities that this could have been that I don't know. I don't think that this equates to a trade one way or another. I don't think that this, they canceled it, so that means maybe the deal fell through or something. Like, I don't think it's that either. I think it's just as simple as, like, maybe it was the Dennis Schroeder thing. Maybe they just have seen all, like, the panic of this roster and they just wanted to talk about it. I really could see either of those things being the case before, like, they were going to announce or discuss a trade. I don't really see that being a factor here. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think that, yeah, maybe they were going to announce a trade, maybe they're trying to focus on it? Like Irwin said, maybe they just want to make sure it gets finalized and finished and done. I don't know why, if they were going to do a press conference about a trade, I don't know why they would talk about it until it's actually finalized, finished, and done. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be kind of silly to go and do a press conference about, a potential trade that they're working out and maybe in the works of getting done, and then that falls through, and then that's a disaster for this team. If a trade gets done, a trade gets done. But, I don't think that there's going to be a press conference for it. I think very likely it was either to respond to the reactions of, like, the Lakers, nation, Laker community, and how they feel about the roster, and kind of, allow Darvin Ham to explain how he visualizes this team and what he sees and what he thinks, and Rob Pelinka to kind of give his thoughts and clarify his direction and his vision, which I would have been all for. I don't think it's really necessary, but I would have been all for that. And then, or it was, maybe Dennis Schroeder. Maybe they were planning on doing a press conference for Dennis Schroeder. That could have been something that could have happened. I don't know. Either way, it's just, it is a little odd. It is a little interesting. They talked about it being done tomorrow. I mean, look out for tomorrow. If maybe a trade gets announced tomorrow. I don't know. It's something that I think is at least interesting, But anyway, love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know however you feel about the situation, whatever you think it is. Let me know down in the comment section below. Quick little shameless plug, everyone. If you enjoy my videos and commentary here on this channel, As It Stands Lakers, then check out the link down in the description below and go subscribe to As It Stands. Believe it or not, As It Stands was the first channel. If it wasn't for that channel, this channel would never have existed. Because of the success of that channel, it led me to want to create this Lakers channel. So do me a huge solid. If you're not subscribed over there, go check that out. go subscribe over there. I talk all things sports, all teams, things like that, not just the Lakers. So if you just enjoy my commentary and want to hear me talk about other things, or you just, are a fan of other sports and other teams, go check that out. I promise you will not be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.